Most gym bros would rather get caught skipping leg day than be seen curling a tiny pink dumbbell. Because somewhere along the way, we all learned that light weights are useless for muscle growth. But what if that's completely wrong? What if you could grow just as much muscle with a 15-pound dumbbell as you could with a 60-pounder? Crazy? Yeah, but the science says otherwise. And today, I'm going to show you exactly when light weights can match heavy lifting, when they can't, and how to use them without wasting your time. 1. The origin of the myth. The light weights don't build muscle. Myth comes from a simple observation. Look around any gym. Who's lifting heavy? Big dudes. Who's lifting light? Beginners, casual lifters, or people doing high-rep toning workouts. The assumption: heavy weight equals big muscles, light equals no muscles. And honestly, that's kind of true. If you leave out one massive detail, effort. 2. The science. Let's break it down. Muscle growth, aka hypertrophy, happens when you recruit and fatigue a high number of muscle fibers. Traditionally, heavy loads do this faster. Example, if you bench press 80% of your 1 rep max, you'll fatigue those fibers in maybe 6 to 10 reps. But here's the plot twist. Multiple studies, including a 2016 landmark paper by Morton et al., found that if you take a lightweight all the way to failure, like 25 to 35 reps, you can stimulate just as much muscle growth as lifting heavy. The catch? You actually have to hit failure, not, this is uncomfortable, I'll stop now. And that's where most people screw this up. Lifting light without going near failure? Yeah, that's just cardio with dumbbells. But lifting light to failure? Your muscle fibers don't care if the weight was heavy or light. They just know they were pushed to their limit. 3. How it actually feels. Here's the brutal truth. Taking light weights to true failure feels worse than going heavy to failure. Heavy sets, you're done in 8 to 10 reps. Light sets, you're grinding through 20, 25, 30 plus reps. Your lungs are on fire, your arms feel like spaghetti, and you start questioning your life choices around rep 18. But here's the kicker, it's not just physical. Mentally, it's a war. Every extra rep past the burn feels like your body is screaming for you to quit. But your brain has to slam the door on those thoughts and push anyway. It's the kind of fatigue that makes your muscles tremble, your breathing sound like you just finished a sprint, and your face do that weird mid-lift ugly grimace you hope nobody caught on camera. And by the time you rack the weight, you're not just tired, you're cooked. The pump is unreal. Your muscles feel twice their normal size, and for a few minutes, you're convinced you've just unlocked some ancient bodybuilding secret. And then reality hits. You've still got 2 more sets to go. And suddenly, that water bottle across the gym feels like it's a mile away. That's why it works, and that's why most people never do it. 4. When light beats heavy. Light weights actually have some unique advantages. Joint-friendly gains. If you've got cranky shoulders, knees, or wrists, light weights let you push to failure without the joint stress of heavy loads. Perfect for keeping the gains coming while avoiding the "my elbow feels like it's made of glass" phase. Mind-muscle connection. Slower, controlled reps make it easier to focus on contracting the target muscle. You're not just moving weight, you're surgically targeting it. More time under tension. Light weights naturally extend the set, which increases metabolic stress. Another driver of hypertrophy. Think of it like marinating your muscles in tension until they have no choice but to adapt. High-frequency training. Lower joint stress means you can hit the muscle more often without frying your recovery. More quality sessions equals more opportunities for growth. Better pump potential. Light weights, taken to failure, can deliver that skin-splitting pump that heavy sets don't always match, flooding the muscle with blood and nutrients. Perfect for drop sets or finishes. After your heavy work, grabbing a lighter weight and burning out to failure is like throwing gasoline on a fire. It just lights up the muscle in a whole new way. But there's one big if, and that's intensity. If you're stopping 10 reps short of failure, forget it. All those benefits vanish, and you're basically just doing cardio with dumbbells. 5. When heavy wins. Heavy lifting is still king in some scenarios. Strength gains. Light weights can build size, but if you want to actually lift heavier, you have to train with heavier loads. Your nervous system adapts specifically to the demands you place on it. And that means practicing the skill of moving big weight. Efficiency. Getting to failure in 8 reps is way faster than grinding through 30. That means less time per set, more energy for other exercises, and a workout that doesn't feel like it's dragging into next Tuesday. Maximal fiber recruitment early. heavy loads recruit high threshold motor units almost immediately. Light loads only get there near the end of the set, meaning heavy training lets you tap into those fast twitch fibers without the endless burn phase first. Bone density and connective tissue strength. Moving heavier loads places greater mechanical stress on your bones, tendons and ligaments, stimulating them to adapt and get stronger. Something lighter loads can't match as effectively: mental edge. There's a confidence that comes from feeling a heavy bar in your hands and moving it. It builds mental toughness, sharpens your focus, and teaches you how to stay composed under serious load. So, while light weights have their place, heavy lifting is still your best friend for raw strength, max efficiency, and developing that unshakable, I can move anything mindset. 6. The best of both worlds. The smartest lifters mix both. Start with heavy compounds like squats, bench, or deadlifts for 5 to 12 reps to build raw strength. Then hit lighter accessories like curls or lateral raises for higher reps to failure for joint-friendly hypertrophy. This way, you get the best of both worlds, strength and growth, without beating up your body. 7. How to program it without overthinking. Here's where most lifters mess up. They either go all in on heavy work until their joints are begging for mercy, or they swing the other way and only do high rep pump work and wonder why their numbers in the big lifts never move. The fix? Keep it stupid simple. Pick 2 to 3 heavy compounds at the start of your workout. Stick to 3 to 5 sets of 5 to 12 reps, focusing on progressive overload over time. Follow with 2 to 4 lighter accessory movements in the 12 to 30 rep range. Push these to technical failure, focus on control, and chase the pump like it owes you money. Rotate emphasis every few weeks. Maybe one block you push the heavy work harder, the next you give your joints a breather and bump the lighter work up in priority. And don't forget, this isn't just for bodybuilders. Powerlifters, athletes, and even casual lifters can benefit from blending both. It's not about picking a team. It's about using every tool in the toolbox so your body has no choice but to grow stronger, bigger, and more resilient. 8. The takeaway myth bust. So, can light weights build muscle? Yes, if and only if you take them close enough to failure. Muscle fibers don't have a secret weight scale they check before deciding to grow. They only respond to stress and fatigue. The real myth isn't light weights can't build muscle. It's you can get big without pushing yourself to the edge. Whether the weight is light or heavy, the effort has to be high. 9. Next episode. If this blew your mind, wait until you hear what's coming next. In the next episode of our Hypertrophy Myth Busting Series, we're tackling the claim that fast reps kill gains. And trust me, the answer flips everything you think you know about tempo on its head. So hit subscribe, drop a comment with the dumbest gym myth you've ever heard, and I'll see you in the next one. Like if you've ever been guilty of avoiding a weight because it looked too light. Subscribe for the rest of the Hypertrophy Myth Busting Series, because if you miss next episode, your gym buddy definitely won't let you live it down. And remember, it's not about the weight you lift, it's about the effort you put in.